Louise, and it's Monday, the 6th of September 2010, and this is my weekly weigh-in and general update for Halloween. And I also want to talk about exercise this week. Now, I'm starting on exercise. I'm going to spend 3 or 4 weeks talking about exercise, and this is the first of those sessions. Now, I'm going to just talk as I go along and then upload straight to YouTube because I don't have time today to edit, and I just want to make sure that I am still making videos. My weigh-in was 14 stone 7 this week, so that's 14.5 stone. That was one of my goals, was to get to 14.5 stone, so I'm still on track with that goal. So obviously I don't want to go any higher than that, but I did put on ½ pound. I can't be sure if that's real weight gain or if it's just that I was weighing in at a later time of day and I had some things to eat and drink, which always means I weigh a bit more. I used to starve before my weigh-in, but I try not to do that if I possibly can, because it tends to make me want to binge a bit later. And if I really insist on doing it, then I eat soon after my weigh-in. But this week I had to weigh in quite late and between meetings, and so I had things to eat and drink. Now, so okay, I'm on track with my weight. I also want to talk about generally exercise. Oh yes, one thing I was going to say was another reason why I could have put on weight, or certainly why I didn't lose, is that I think exercise pushes my appetite up. And secondly, that last week and the few weeks before I was talking about planning, and now I switched to thinking about exercise. I stopped planning. But the idea of these 3 weeks is that every 3 weeks I'll do another thing, but I must keep up the one before. So I'm going to make some more videos about planning. And so when I do planning, I'm now going to do planning and exercise beside one another, because obviously I want to be able to plan for my exercise and work out how much I need to add in for the fact that exercise makes me feel hungrier. How do I respond to that? How do I plan for that? But to talk about exercise, I had a couple of goals for my exercise. The first was to walk ½ an hour a day, because that's one of those things they tell you, if you walk ½ an hour a day, it will be better. ½ an hour a day, 5 times a week. But I would like to walk for an hour a day. The main reason for that is that there's a walk ½ an hour a day theory, and there's also a walk 10,000 steps a day theory. And what I found was that an hour's walking was about 6,000 steps, or roughly, certainly a distance. I walked to my meeting and back with my pedometer, and when I got back I'd done 6,000 steps. I had a slight detour, so it's not exact, but I thought if I walk the 6,000 steps, then the pedometer showed that I walk about 4,000 steps a day if I just do nothing, absolutely zilch. Which is going to the loo, fixing a meal, walking to the post box, or just things I really will do, even on a lazy day. So it showed me that I do need to up the number of steps I do at any time, because I'm not doing enough walking, I'm not doing enough, and one of the reasons for this was that I think when I started to put on weight was when I was studying, because I would just sit there and think, and a lot of the time I had action blocks. I didn't want to do anything, so I would just stare at the wall or stare at the computer, sharpen pencils, or play computer games. That was one of my favourite, either Sudoku or at the moment it's Cube Logic. But now I feel that I can get addicted to exercise in just the same way, or else forget addiction and just do the exercise regularly. So I try in my breaks, if I study for 45 minutes or work or whatever I'm doing, I try to take a break of 15 or 20 minutes to do something in the house. But so I'm aiming for an hour a day's walking just to get me moving more, but I'm also aiming to walk more. And I use the pedometer. I don't use it every day, but I've used it to analyse my walking. Pedometer, it's a small little black thing, I can't think of the right word, that you stick to your clothing, either to your waistband or you know, over here, or stick it. It's got a little hook or a clip. You can clip it onto your bra, or you can hang it around your neck, and it just measures your steps. Some of them are sort of fairly crude, and you can hear a little ball rolling inside. Every time you take a step, it sends the ball rolling this way or that way. Okay, so, and then that must click a switch somewhere, or you know, some sort of counter goes off. I wanted to talk about running as well. I think I might have time. Perhaps I'll put running into the next video, because I'm breaking these videos up into separate topics, and I think I'll talk about running in the next video. I used to run. I used to love running, and I have started running again, but I found it harder to get into it. And when I got to 16 stone, I didn't think I could run, and I was worried about the impact. But now that I've lost 2 stones and I'm getting closer to 14 stones, I think, yeah, I can run at least a bit, and it doesn't feel too bad. It feels good. So that's me for today. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.